interview with Lili, who moved from Spain to London.
You moved to England.
I moved to England in July 1996
Why did you decide to live in England?
because my husband is English.
What was it like living under Franco's rule in Spain?
I was only 10 years old when Franco died, and I don't remember a lot of things, but the things I do remember is that people couldn't talk openly about, the way they thought. And I also remember, because I come from a small city, shipbuilding factories, and there was a big strike in 1972. And I remember we didn't go to school because my parents were really afraid of us going out because all the demonstrations were authorized, and there was lots of police in the street, and there was lots of shooting, and the police killed a man actually that was demonstrating, and it was. I remember that day as very, very frightening, and all being at home except for my dad that had to go to work.
Would you consider Franco's rule of Spain as fascist?
Oh yes, I would.
Would you ever consider moving back to Spain?
Yes,
Members
why
fight
not?
in the Spanish Civil War.
My grandfather. My grandfather was in the Navy, in the Republican Navy, and he fought against Franco, and he was in jail for 5 years because of that. My family comes from the north, and he was sent to the south, so my mom and her brothers and sisters and my grandmother wouldn't be able to see him, and he was threatened almost daily that he was going to be killed. And then after 5 years they released him and he came back, but he wasn't allowed to be in the Navy. That was Franco's Navy now. And so he had to work in the shipbuilding factory that he didn't like at all. And then after Franco died, and a few years later with the democracy, granted recognition, and he got an indemnification, and he got his pension as an...
How much do people in Spain know about the Civil War now?
Not a lot, I think. They don't want to talk about it a lot, which I think is a big mistake, because they should. I mean, younger generations and even my nephews and younger cousins, they don't have much idea about it.
How do you think Spain has changed since Franco died?
Gosh, you wouldn't believe it. A lot. I mean, to start with, it was, when I was a child, it was a very closed country. We didn't go out, and just people came on holiday because it was cheap, and there wasn't much of anything. And now, Spain is part of the European Union. Spanish people travel around. It's a completely different country, and its significance and importance in the world is much bigger than it was back then. And things are happening there.